Continuing on with the tower build. All right, so as you can see, I got the anerometer base plate welded on there, galvanized tube, reducer actually going up to 1 inch. I actually filled that with a spacer, and then I put the JB weld around it to just make sure it's secure. It's all hardened right there. And that's the wobble we'll get in the wind. See, if the wind's blowing that hard to actually push the pipe, but hopefully not. So that's there. I got the all the blades JB weld. I'm just going to test it out. I put tape, aluminum tape, in each of the gaps, the big gaps, put it that way. So it only has the regular thin little gap that's between the pole and the end of the blade, which is still, you know, 1/4 inch on all of them. So it's just air will go through there. So aerospace engineer brother-in-law said minimal, so don't worry about it. So I'm not really worried about it now. And that's it. I just put the tape on the big gaps. That's all. So they're all taped up. I have now just pulled the wire. If I had one of those slow-mo cameras or something, I'd be able to show you this, but pulled the 310 gauge. Cheap Chinese. I think these things are actually, yeah, I think they actually don't say what size they are, but they are smaller than 10. So I'm pretty sure they're only 12 gauge wire. So, but anyway, I'm running 310s, 85 feet a shot. This way I have enough to go down 30 feet across the shed to the inverter, and then an extra 20 feet to go up if I have to put these extra tower pieces on to get even higher above the tree line. So if the wind doesn't work right, so we'll be testing that in the future. But this will be taken from here. I'll just leave this on here on this mount, disconnect it midway at that joint, and take this whole tower piece and bring it up higher, which piss poor planning on my part. I should have bought longer 1/4 inch cable. This is for 10,000 pounds, which is well rated for this, but I might have to leave that there and put another piece in here, because otherwise I have to take this whole section and move it up, and the cable's not long enough now to go that back down to the hoist. I had cut it off the spool. So all else fails, if I do in the future year or two after testing this thing for a year, I'll just buy another spool 1/4 inch cable and sell this one on Craigslist to somebody who wants some stainless steel cable cheap. So, but that's that. So I pulled the 3 wire through. Next thing I'm going to put it through, I customized my last joint here with a heat gun. So that's going to go in there. That's coming facing up vertical with this one, and this is tilted down at an angle. So it's going to be glued in there after I get this, and then I'm going to solder these wires together with a soldering gun, and then put the heat shrink on the tubes, and then that's a bit. Close it up, and then that section should be done. Top of the generator, and that's done. I JB welded all the seams, so there's no rattle in any of the blades, so it's all solid. I mean, it spins rather nicely, and that's even on its side. So, and there's really no wobble. I took a lot of wobble after I put that center shaft piece in, man. This is like, that's the amount. It doesn't even have that play anymore, which is nice, because I put 2 extra set screws in there to cover the 2 axes, you know, one side and the other. So I got all 4 spots pinned. Now it doesn't have that wobble that comes with Tesup cheap crap. So that's all done. Hopefully this thing spins in the wind. We're deep in the hole. We're about come probably on 11 grand, probably right about now with everything. Yeah, probably 11 grand. It's probably under that rate a little bit, but yes, 270 was 10 grand, and that steel back there was another 270, yeah, 300, and that little thing right here 75. We're probably 10.5 at least. So anyway, let's get it on here. I'm going to post this video, and then I'm going to put this stuff together, and then I'll shoot you a shot. I still have to do my filler welds. I didn't get to that yet, so I'll be back here in a little bit.